In a world where celebrity divorces often play out like dramatic courtroom battles or splashy tabloid blow-ups, Amal Clooney's approach was nothing short of jaw-dropping. Calm, calculated, and incredibly strategic, she moved like a woman with a plan, one that took years of preparation, precision, and undeniable brilliance. And as the dust settles, insiders are saying that Amal didn't just walk away from her marriage. She walked away with a victory so monumental that it left even George Clooney blindsided. Today, we reveal the secret strategy that made it all possible. When Amal Clooney first stepped into the Hollywood spotlight as George Clooney's soon-to-be wife, the world saw her as the elegant, brilliant international human rights attorney who added prestige to Clooney's already sparkling image. What most people didn't realize was that Amal was building her own empire long before she met George. Her legal expertise, global influence, and razor-sharp intellect weren't just impressive, they were unmatched. So when rumors began swirling about cracks in their marriage, few imagined that Amal would be the one quietly preparing for an exit that would rewrite Hollywood's divorce playbook. But that is exactly what happened. Amal wasn't emotional, reactive, or careless. She was patient. She analyzed every move, every asset, every public narrative. She understood George's weaknesses, his reputation-driven decisions, and the global image he worked so hard to protect. And in that understanding, she found her power. According to insiders close to the couple, Amal didn't make loud threats or dramatic confrontations. Instead, she subtly shifted the balance of power in ways George never noticed, until it was too late. She strengthened her independent financial streams, expanded her international partnerships, and carefully documented everything necessary to protect herself and her children. What made her strategy so astonishing was how quietly it unfolded. Amal knew that George valued his public image more than anything. The last thing he wanted was a messy, reputation-damaging divorce scandal, so she never gave him one. Instead, she positioned herself as the calm, stable, reasonable mother willing to settle things privately, while ensuring she was the one holding the cards. Amal shifted the narrative before the story even became public. She secured key allies, built sympathy, and ensured that if the divorce ever went public, she would be seen as the dignified, composed professional while George risked being portrayed as the one who let the marriage crumble. The most surprising part of Amal's strategy was not just her legal knowledge, but how she used it. Amal understands international law at a level few attorneys ever reach. She knows how assets move, how reputations shift, and how to protect herself in multiple jurisdictions. While George Clooney's empire spans Hollywood, European estates, brand partnerships, and global investments, Amal studied the structures behind each one. Insiders say she spent months quietly analyzing financial records, estate documents, and business deals, ensuring she had a complete grasp of what she would be entitled to. While George believed his assets were protected through his years of experience in the entertainment industry, he never considered that his wife could navigate international financial systems better than many corporate lawyers. By the time tensions reached a high point, Amal already had the blueprint for her exit. She wasn't planning for a battle. She was preparing for a victory. George Clooney, known for his charm and influence, was left stunned when he realized how thoroughly Amal had positioned herself. What he assumed was just marital tension transformed into a carefully calculated strategy he never saw coming. For the first time in his life, he wasn't the most powerful person in the room. Sources close to the situation say George tried to renegotiate terms, hoping to sway the agreement in his favor. But Amal never lost her composure. Her calmness wasn't weakness, it was control. She had already built a case so strong, so airtight, that George understood resisting it would only lead to public humiliation and financial loss. Amal achieved what many women in high-profile divorces struggle to secure: a settlement that protected her future, secured her children's stability, and ensured she walked away with the financial recognition she deserved. George, who once held the upper hand, found himself negotiating from a place of vulnerability. What Amal Clooney accomplished was not luck. It was intentional, precise, and undeniably powerful. She showed the world that intelligence is the greatest weapon, that silence can be strategy, and that a woman who knows her worth cannot be defeated, even by one of Hollywood's biggest legends. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Amal Clooney's brilliant divorce strategy, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and stay tuned for more celebrity investigations and shocking revelations. You won't want to miss what's coming next.